What up, version? How you doing? Okay, we are back with the 10th edition of Y'all Need to Watch This. Before we get anything, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever I go live. Because your boy runs on CPT. You've been sleeping a lot, I feel you on that. Niggas gotta catch up on their sleeping shit. What up, Soul 10? So today we are talking about Satanic WWE. And this one, honestly, is the most blatant out of all the sports as far as how satanic it is. As you look at the WWE, you got niggas like Kane, nigga straight out of hell, Undertaker, Dead Man, Finn Balor, one of his alter egos, whatever, is a demon. What up, Shocker Ass? Boogeyman. That nigga just look weird as fuck as it is. Then you got the Hell in a Cell, also referred to as Satan's structure. And then this nigga named The Fiend, who's Bray Wyatt. And then he puts on this really demonic looking mask. And it's like his, again, alter identity, which links back to MK Ultra. Because you even look at the WWE logo, you turn that bitch sideways, it's 33. Just like Freemasons. 33. You also have Triple H, who's mentioned selling his soul before. Shawn Michaels, that nigga sold out too. There was even rumors from other wrestlers that noticed that Shawn Michaels was going to Vince McMahon's office a lot more. And that Shawn Michaels was usually benefiting more from it. Because you look at Shawn Michaels, that nigga damn near won everything in WWE. He was one of the Golden Boys. Definitely one of the Golden Boys. So yeah, they had, there was a rumor starting to saying Shawn Michaels was doing all type of gay shit with Vince McMahon back in the day. And that's where he got all the success. That's how he benefited from the Montreal screw job and everything like that. You say you love WWE, your favorite wrestler is Seth Rollins. I think I got something on him in here. I should. Because that nigga had a whole, one of his characters was called the Messiah. That's like as blatant as it gets. Yeah, I mentioned Kane. And funny thing about Kane, he's actually the mayor of Knox County. Crazy to think that the mayor of Knox County could legitimately beat the shit out of any other mayor he ran against. If you put them niggas in the wrestling ring, he gonna be mayor every fucking time. Unless Undertaker stepped in that bitch. But then you look at, I'll get to that question real quick. But then you look at Edge. In his interest, this nigga throwing up the devil horns and shit. Rey Mysterio. He be on that shit too. Think about this. He allegedly sacrificed Eddie Guerrero because it was like right after Eddie Guerrero's death, his career just took the fuck off. And then what's the number? 619? You add that shit up, you get 16. 1 times 6. 6. Cultic ass numbers. What do I think of AEW? I believe it's the same shit. It's owned by, what's that nigga name? Khan? Dude who doesn't know what he's doing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, I don't want to say it's for the WWE has-beens, but that's probably like the best way to put it. There's people that's past their prime or that were underutilized in WWE. They went straight to AEW. It's no difference how WCW had the NWO and shit. Except this seems like a more legit competition. Where Vince really doesn't have shit to do with it. So I noticed Cody Rhodes, when he went over there, that nigga started getting the blonde hair and shit. Unless he had it in WWE near the end of his career when he was doing that Stardust shit. But that shit was trash. That nigga got that blonde hair too, and now he on that game show on was it TNT or TBS? I think it's TBS with Snoop Dogg, Rosario Dawson. I think Burt Kreischer's on there. Yeah, Luke Harper died too. That's another one as far as like mysterious deaths and shit that happened. Because you think about, there's a list of them. There's a list of them. Like I said, there's Eddie Guerrero, China. You said Luke Harper, Chris Benoit. Everybody knows about that one. Chad Gaspard, Umaga, Owen Hart. Now most of them usually always have some mysterious ass death too. Like Chris Benoit is the most puzzling. Like it wouldn't make sense why he would kill his whole family and then kill himself. It just doesn't make sense. And I know he had he's had so many concussions he lost count of them too. Which that's scary to hear someone even say it out loud. But they got so many concussions they lost count. And it's not like he lost count because he had a concussion, it's because he got so many. That's the crazy shit. But then you look at the Brothers of Destruction with Taker and Kane. That name in and of itself. John Cena puts up 666 a lot. Yeah, it's on his t-shirts and shit. Whenever he runs up in the ring, he throws them bitches up. I got the drink in my hand. He throws them bitches up and shit. I'm amazed that no one's questioned Cena as to what that stands for. Give me one, unless it's that hustle, loyalty, respect bullshit he be talking about. Which even then, that don't even make sense. I'm gonna put up hustle, loyalty, respect. Yeah, this is what that stands for. What the fuck? No. That don't even make no sense. Then you had the Ministry of Darkness. Paul Bearer and Taker. They had some satanic ass storylines. It would be revolved around rituals and sacrifices. I mean, they had niggas buried and shit. There was one that had like a buried alive match. But that's a ritual in itself. You look at music videos, you see so many people who have done the what the fuck am I trying to say? God damn. Creatine got me. But the casket ritual, thank you. The casket ritual. And you had Mac Miller. And one of his music videos, I think it dropped after he died. I think it was after he died. He was stuck in that motherfucker. He like had a cigarette or whatever. He's stuck in a casket. I know you're not an Asian, but you also have in the thumbnail. I'm just saying maybe it was because of the NBA rig, but I'm not gonna assume you're Asian because you're woke, buddy. Nah. No, that's for Rigged NBA Part 3. That's why. And it also hints to the fact it's a brotherhood. Freemasons is brotherhoods. That's they thing. Get the connection, you get it now. But yeah, I am not. If I was covering up one of my eyes, then you should probably be worried. You see me doing some shit like this, yeah, you should be worried. Or doing this, yeah, be worried. What else? Yeah, Taker even announced a plague of evil that would be unleashed on the WWF like the next night after they had gotten together. Just like, you look at now, the shit going on, like, you can call it a plague of evil. To be honest, you can call it a plague of evil, everything going on now. It's no different. It's just disguised now. To those in the know, it's more in your face. Those asleep, it don't seem so obvious. And then you look at WCW, Ted Turner on that shit, and that nigga's a Satanist. And he down with him too. I mean, that's a gimme. Think about Turner Sports, TNT, TBS, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, so on and so forth. They had the New World Order faction. They had Kevin Nash throwing up the devil horns. Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, all doing that shit too. And that was probably the most in your face as far as all the dark, satanic, Illuminati-based shit in WWE, New World Order was the most blatant one. Your friend covers his eyes a lot. His excuse always his eye itches, but you think you know what he is. Does he have like some high-ranking position? Unless he doing it because it's trendy to do, and even though it's not really trendy to do in pictures, but for the sake of the argument, it's trendy to do. Gustavo, you said what about WWE? Or excuse me, AEW. Yeah, same shit. They on that shit. You think about the niggas that came from WWE, walked their ass right over. What up, AM7 GTB? Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of letters, man. How come Cena throws up the 6? That's the 666. The quote-unquote excuse would be the hustle, loyalty, respect thing that he stands by. That's no different than whenever, like I said before, like the NBA players and shit. After some of them shoot a 3 and shit, they do this. That's 666. You say not really, you not sure? My guess on that one is that nigga just trying to be trendy covering his eye. I'm the opposite. I'd rather not cover my eyes in a picture. Like you to see my face and shit. But to each his own. To each his own. Shit will not work out on Tinder though. I'm trying all that Illuminati ass shit. I see chicks do that shit all the time though. He can be in a high position, but he might be hiding it low key. You can have agents as friends that stalk you. Yeah. Didn't you say he was like 15 though? Or like 16? If there's a motherfucker that age and on that stalking, there's something wrong with him. Something seriously wrong with him or his parents and shit. Yeah, I don't know about those 15-year-old and shit. I don't know about that. Vincent Jackson passed after Brady won a chip. Low-key Kobe passed when LA won the World Series and the chip. But the Kobe one, yeah, I see what you're saying about that. But the Chadwick Boseman one, death, is more linked to the Dodgers. Because you got to remember, Chadwick Boseman played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42. Dodgers won 4-2 against the Rays. LA versus Tampa. Or Cali versus Florida, however you want to look it up. So that's what that one was for. And Chadwick died on Jackie Robinson Day. Diamond Dallas Page throws up the diamond and pyramid all the time. Oh shit. He down with him. He is down. God damn, this shit is good. Passion fruit from Smoothie King is fire, man. Y'all need to get that shit. Well, yeah. WWE is the most blatant place to put it up because it's all openly fake. It is openly fake. So they get more leeway to do all that crazy ass satanic shit. You try that shit in the NFL, see how that goes. You have some motherfucking football players run out there, covered in blood and shit. Little straight up demons out there. Shit, see how that go. The only demon I know that can run on the field without a problem is a Duke Blue Devil and Sparky, that motherfucking mascot from Arizona State. Then you had the theory of the Ultimate Warrior. There's a theory that he died in 1991, but Vince got an impersonator from 1992 on. Or they have it listed that he died in 2014, shortly after he was inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it was like a week after he got inducted. The dude who played Ultimate Warrior, Jim Hellwig, left WWE in 91, came back in 92, but they said something was off about him. You can even look at the pictures, they don't even look like the same nigga. Looks like a totally different dude. And there was, at one point, Hogan said to Ultimate Warrior in the ring, "I thought you were dead." So clearly, Hulk is in the know. Clearly, motherfuckers know some shit. And there's also a theory that Basically, he got knocked off because people think Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Jake the Snake Roberts had something to do with it. I don't know if they did or not, but that is the theory floating around. Then you had the time Vince McMahon covered up a murder for Jimmy Superfly Snuka, which that case is going on now. Still, that case is still open. So he was allegedly accused of the murder of Nancy Argentino over 30 years ago. They found her in Snuka's room with fluid leaking out of her ears and nose. And they said she got hit with a blunt object on the head. And it went away, and then it got reopened. And it's still open. Which, honestly, that makes sense. That's like some shit the NFL would do. Niggas would cover up a murder for somebody. Shit, you think about the Ray Lewis situation. They ain't want that shit on their hands like that. What do I think about Owen Hart? I think he was a sacrifice for his brother. That should be it. You ever hear Jackie Robinson shaming? Happens all the time in baseball. Been heard something about Chris Benoit. I don't know if that's true. Wait, what? Of Jackie Robinson shaming? Is that where they just shame someone who's a minority or someone who's different than everybody else? Because I know I heard Chris Benoit was like trying to get closer to God and all this shit, and he was like real deep into Christianity. Is that what you mean? Probably a death faker. Lewis walked away from murder and still won a chip. Like, man, yep. They said he died in the ring. I mean, shit, it's no different than Dale Earnhardt dying in a race. Granted, I don't think Dale Earnhardt's death was a sacrifice by any means. It'd be really hard to plan some shit like that out. You heard a theory that Shawn Michaels plays the role of YouTuber high impact vlogs or something named Brian. Damn. This whole theory of people playing other people done gone. This shit didn't took off. Maybe the name's High Impact Flicks. I'll have to check it out. If I remember, what ain't TNA shit Impact? I don't know if they add anything to their name. I know TNA had Impact. You know, they had a couple of people from WWE go there, like Sting. I know Samoa Joe went from there. I think he went overseas and he ended up in WWE. Who else? I think Sheldon Benjamin. That's another one I think that went to TNA. At one point in time, he back in WWE. Jeff Hardy. High Impact Flicks. Let me see what that's about. 500K subscribers, which is a red flag. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. What up, John C. Louisville? LeBron went in 3-peat and the devil will come and collect his bargain. LeBron will probably sacrifice more people so the devil don't get his ass eventually. His ass eventually will lose. Yeah, that's how that shit go. What am I supposed to be looking at? High Impact Flicks. Is it wrestling related? Brian Young. Let me see this nigga. High Impact Flicks. He really do look like Shawn Michaels, though. He exposes Elon Musk's elitism. Unless they have him playing like a, fuck am I trying to say here? Sure. He even got the long hair. Good Lord, he got the long hair and everything. I done seen this dude before. Holy shit, I have definitely seen this dude before. But yeah, he do look like Shawn Michaels. I don't know if that's him or not. LeBron not making it to 50. I don't know. Shit, MJ made it. We will see, though. We shall see. Because, I mean, LeBron going to have a career afterwards as, like, a GM or probably an owner anyway. He's following in that same path as MJ. He isn't wrestling related at all. More of a conspiracy. That name do sound like some wrestling shit, though. Do I watch hockey? So, who do I think won? No, I don't really watch hockey. I'll watch, like, playoff games here and there, but I don't keep up with hockey like that to know who does what. I only know as much about the video game. Like, I'll play the shit out of that video game. That shit fun as hell. But as far as actually, like, watching hockey, no. Nah. I think it's pretty cool, though. I do know there is a magnet in the puck and in the metal of the goal. There is a magnet in there. Oh, yeah. Wait. You're not talking about Brian, I know, in D-Generation X. I know you got to be talking about Shawn Michaels. I know you got to be talking about Shawn Michaels, Jason. DX was that shit, though. Back in the day, DX was that shit. Who else? Oh, yeah, Chris Benoit. Died in 2007. Ruled as a double homicide suicide. And then, like I said, there are some that think he was innocent and was framed by Kevin Sullivan. And that Kevin Sullivan was actually the murderer. They have no proof of this, however. And I think Kevin Sullivan, goddamn, Kevin Sullivan was Chris Benoit's current wife's ex-husband. So obviously you can connect the motive there. Stone Cold was your favorite. Stone Cold was a badass, though. You hear that glass break? After that shit, bro, you know somebody's about to get hit with a beer can, about to get punched in the face, they gonna come out with a chair, something. Like, he just had that walk like he knew he was about to fuck some shit up. He said old wrestling was the best, especially ECW. Yeah, I actually remember the last episode of ECW. It was the shittiest ending. It was as bad as what's that show they always talk about as a shitty ending? Game of Thrones has a shitty ending. Sopranos got a shitty ending. Like, the last match was an Extreme Rules match between Tommy Dreamer and Zack Ryder. If I remember, I think it was Zack Ryder. Yeah, it was Zack Ryder. And, like, the stipulation was if Dreamer loses, he has to retire forever, even though he actually came back later on. And I'm just like, nigga, how you got Zack Ryder beat Tommy Dreamer? It's like an ECW legend. And then whenever Zack Ryder gets to Raw, you don't really do shit with him. Until it was later on, until he built his YouTube up, then all of a sudden you cared about Zack Ryder. That entrance hit was gay as hell, too. That old radio shit, I hated that shit. That woo woo woo, you know it? That shit was so stupid. That shit was so goddamn dumb. It's amazing what being friends with John Cena will do to your career. What up, DD's Daily Picks? Rick Sports pick on your channel. Guess you mean click. I'll check it out after the stream. Oh yeah, the hardcore matches were lit. Like, any of those different theme matches were always cool to me. The only matches I always hated was, like, I hated how they always dragged on tag team matches. You know, they usually have some good ones, but then there's some I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, this match shouldn't go on this long. What up, Alexandria Evans? But yeah, like, there's just some that's just like, nah. I did like the ladder matches, though, like the Money in the Bank shit. Especially the pay-per-view. I forgot who it was. Might have been Kofi Kingston. Yeah, I think it was Kofi Kingston. I think he did the, what shit at? When you do the boom boom drop on top of a nigga, I think he was laying on a ladder. So, like, he was at the top of the ladder, and there's another ladder laying, like, below that one, and he did the boom boom drop, boom in that bitch. That shit was lit. You can look it up. Kofi Kingston, boom boom drop, Money in the Bank, or you can look up Kofi Kingston Money in the Bank highlights. They got a highlight reel like an N1 mixtape for that shit. What up, King Kane? It's so funny because I always say your first name and last name. Yeah, I said if you put anything on here just about, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. Jonathan Harris, he said, old school wrestling rules. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man. Macho Man Randy Savage. The Undertaker and Kane. Yeah. Attitude Era, man, that was the shit. Like when I grew up, it was, The Rock, Stone Cold, Booker T. Who else? Undertaker, obviously. Like, those were the days. Even then, I knew it was fake, but, like, it had that, no pun intended, that rawness to it. Best Stone Cold was 96 to 99. Oh, yeah. That was a bad motherfucker. All those matches between him and The Rock, shit. I say those are some of the best matches. Say the other wrestlers that had good matches against each other was like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Even like at their older age when they was in like WrestleMania, what was that 26, 25 and 26? Them niggas was still like putting on good matches. It was probably within the last 5. Yeah, probably say about the last 5-6 years. Shit, I'd probably go farther than that. I was probably like last 7 years is when like Undertaker stopped really putting on good matches like that. And it was like, all right, nigga, you old. Just retire, nigga. You stopped watching back in 05 since they pushed Cena and changed his gimmick. Shaking your head. Yeah, John Cena. It's crazy seeing where he started in wrestling. That nigga had on like the little small ass trunks and shit. Who'd he call? Kurt Angle. Then he went to being a rapper, Thugonomics and all that. And then they tried to turn him into a superhero who wears jean shorts. Like, I can't take nobody serious who's wearing jean shorts past the age of, honestly, like 12. I know black people wear them, but I don't get why. Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell match when he threw Mankind off the cell was legendary. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's another nigga who had like a multiple personality shit. Mankind. Mick Foley. Mankind did take a beating. God damn. That boy got fucked up. That's one thing, even though that shit fake, that shit hurts still. I know. Like them niggas getting hit on, that's like plywood under there. So every time you hear that noise, that's plywood. So even if you're not really getting hit, just imagine a nigga picking you up, tossing you in there, some nigga strong enough to toss you in there and drop you on plywood. That shit gonna hurt like a bitch. Undertaker 2002 heel run was underrated, having feuds with Triple H, Flair, and a Vengeance triple threat match with The Rock and Angle. Yeah, Undertaker as a heel is definitely the best Undertaker. They did Mankind Dirty matches. They just using his ass as a test on me. Yeah. There's another nigga they did that shit to. They gave that treatment. He didn't really get as many wins as he should have got. Who was it? They have him doing some crazy shit. Y'all know that shit hurt when he did it. But he got screwed more than he should have. It might have been Kofi Kingston, because that nigga got screwed over a lot. And then they finally let him win the championship and stuff. Or should I say the championships actually matter. Then you got the Clique. Them niggas Illuminati as hell. You got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman. Like, and one of them pictures, all of them throwing up that devil horn shit. Then you look at who has the power and shit. You got Triple H. He was COO of the WWE. Shawn Michaels was the golden boy. I'm gonna say Kevin Nash can do what he can go wherever he wants. Sean Waltman, he just kind of, no one cared about him. It's funny how most champions are white guys as a U or WWE. Yeah, they racist. Yeah, they racist. Shit. You think about how many black people have been like a major champion. You got Mark Henry, Booker T, obviously. Excuse me. Shit, I just said it. Kofi Kingston. Other than that, I really can't think. If you want to say the Rock, he is part black, but for the sake of the argument, he's not, full black. The only person that got really big push is The Rock, but that's it. But he did a lot of things to sell out, but now he doing movies. Yeah. He was born in that shit too anyway. Like I think his dad was a pro wrestler too. So he's really just a Monarch celebrity to be honest. Edge 2005, 2006 was a great heel run also. 05, 06. See what the fuck, man? Like 05, 06. Because I feel like every time when I really was into wrestling deep, I remember Edge as a face. Which he wasn't a bad face, but I mean, there's just certain wrestlers when you watch him, it's just like, this nigga would be so much better as a heel. Like Randy Orton. Randy Orton as a heel is, goddamn, talking about an underrated, underutilized, or no, not underutilized, underappreciated wrestler. If you think about Randy Orton, this nigga is a heel of all heels. Nigga will punt a woman in the head. He RKO'd, who's that? Beth Phoenix. And then it's just that look in that nigga face. Like, he just looked like he didn't kill somebody for real. Like, he got a look of a killer on his face all the time. But no, that's my favorite wrestler of all time, Randy Orton. Shit, like, when I was a kid, it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I had, like, the glow in the dark. That Scorpion King shit. Like, you go in a dark place, like, the outline of the Scorpion and shit, glow in the dark. Had the Scorpion King writing and shit. That shit was cool. CGI was trash as fuck now I think about it. But as far as like all-time favorite, Randy Orton. I saw that nigga when he was in Chattanooga. The last match of the night, it was when SmackDown came. It was Randy Orton versus Mark Henry in a steel cage match. In the match, Orton did the punt to the head, obviously. And he hit the RKO on him. And afterwards climbed to the top. They played his music. He did the shit like he do that. Crowd went crazy, and it was like everyone left. And I was like in the front row. I was like in literally the first row. So any of the matches I saw, like Sheamus and who was it? Alberto Del Rio. I don't remember if they was against each other or what it was. I know one of them was a face at the time. I want to say it was Sheamus. Sheamus was a face at the time. Well, Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus is pale as fuck. Like, that nigga, nah, he ain't pale. That nigga pink. For real, that nigga pink and pale. They also tried to force Mark Henry on the Silverback Gorilla storyline. There was an interview of him talking about it, and he refused to do it. Was that the one on Vlad TV? Because that is some racist shit. I mean, you think about this, Vince McMahon had it wasn't necessarily a storyline, but I remember when he said nigga on live TV. I think in front of Booker T. Like, that shit, I was like, wow. Like, I get shocked by you, but come on now, there's just some things you can't do. Because honestly, if I was like Booker T, I would have quit immediately if I saw that shit. My boss was like, what up, my nigga? I was like, nigga, I don't know you like that. The fuck? And then there was a time Booker T said nigga on accident. That shit was funny as hell. When he was talking to, I think he was talking to Triple H. I want to say it was Triple H. We're gonna get you, nigga. And then he just looked, the face of regret right after he said that shit. Like, I play that shit over and over to this day. That shit still brings me joy. So I feel like at some point we've all black people have been there where they said nigga in a situation that probably wasn't necessary and probably shouldn't have been said. But, you know, at the same time, can't nobody call you on it unless they black, so. I mean, it happens. It happens. It happens, let's be real. I just didn't have this, oh shit, I fucked up look on my face, though. There's also a wrestler named Aleister Black. I'm just going to stop there at the name real quick. And you can think about what that name sounds a lot like. Because when you think about it, Aleister Crowley. And that nigga on some demon looking ass shit too. Aleister Black, that is now. On some demon looking ass shit. I remember there's like a YouTube video of him going to the tattoo parlor and shit. He getting the tattoo, the first thing this nigga getting. I mean, he already got like a sleeve. He one of them niggas got like the whole body tatted up on some Lil Wayne shit. What up, Sky with a Z? It was Sky with a Z, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? How you doing? But yeah, the first thing this nigga got was a demon head tattoo. Like put it in between. Like he had a bunch of shit here. Ah, fuck, you can't even Sky. Okay, I got you. But like he had a bunch of shit over here, and then like a little open space right here, and then this nigga got a fucking demon tattoo right there. And it was like for some tattoo YouTuber or some shit like that. And I'm like, wow, that's the first thing you decided for all the shit. This is what you wanted, a demon. Okay. Then you talking about the Rock. This nigga was on SNL. He had a skit where he was an inventor. And the thing he invented was a child molesting robot. This was in a legit skit. You can look this shit up. This was a skit they put on air for Saturday Night Live. A child molesting robot. And the whole time, it's just like, they do obviously the dub laughter and shit. And it's just like, there's nothing funny about a child molesting robot. I remember I was hanging out with one of my friends and like, he was scrolling through Hulu and we just watched the episode of SNL and it was that one. And I'm just like, you can't be serious. Like, this ain't even funny. Like, this ain't even remotely funny. And then also at the end of the episode, this nigga just straight up says, "Hail Satan," on like the show close. For real, you don't like Aleister Black, you can't spell him. You close, minus the L. But yeah, I've never seen a match with this nigga. I just saw that tattoo video. I know of who he is, but I ain't watched a match of this nigga. Like after probably like 2015. No, hell no, earlier than that. When I really started watching wrestling, it was probably like 2013-ish. Like whenever I went to college, I didn't have the same free time to just watch Monday Night Raw every Monday night. Because in college, there's always something to do, whether it be good or bad. And I chose to do those things instead of watching WWE. So, yeah, I fell out of the loop. And then once you fall out the loop out of wrestling and try to get back into it, there's so much shit that didn't change. Like, 10 niggas went from Raw to SmackDown. 4 niggas is gone. You don't even know where they are anymore. Then you got a bunch of niggas who's like face now, who's like complete assholes. I'm like, wasn't this nigga like complete dick? Didn't you like just kick a dude in the nuts the other day? And it's like, no, he's a face now and shit. And then you got niggas who was like baby face as hell. Next thing you know, these niggas is heels. And it's just too much. And then you read in between to see what happened leading up to that shit. There's so much shit that happened. It's like, nah, bro, I can't keep up with that shit. Their game's pretty fun, though. I heard 2K dropped the ball on the WWE games, though. Which I thought 2K doing that shit, I thought it would have been decent. Because it started off real good. I heard a lot of good shit about how WWE was doing the game. And then the last couple, whew, Oh shit, down. Way down. They pulled the Madden. Big Show. Yeah, what they call it nigga? Paul White. He's Paul White on AEW now. And it said on his shirt it said no more BS. That's in Big Show. I thought that was clever. And then I was like reading the comments and shit, and I was just thinking like, someone wrote like, Vince McMahon waiting for somebody to slip up on air and say Big Show so he can get that money. It's gonna happen. I feel like Big Show gonna say it himself first. If not him, it's gonna be an announcer for shit show. Like it started in 2010 and stopped 2018, and in only 2 years so much happened. Yeah. I used to be deep in that shit. Like I watched I'll read the Wrestle Scoops. I don't even know if that's still a website that's like active like that. But it was basically a website to give you all the backstage information, let you know who's in trouble, who got heat in the locker room, why they losing matches, why this dude keeps winning, who they trying to push, what they trying to set up for the next pay-per-views and all that shit. I used to read all that shit. I knew everything that was going on. I knew a wrestler was finna get released, hence why you ain't seen him for so long. It's like, oh, they finna release him this week, that's why you ain't seen him on the air for the last month. Which I'm amazed WWE didn't try hard to like shut websites like that down. I know that everybody knows it's fake, but that's when you just get like the whole sneak peek type shit. You finally in the Thunderdome. You trying for like so long. But yeah, like that's just ruining the whole show. Cause I remember whenever we was going, when I was at the one in Chattanooga at the McKenzie Arena. I was there. It was like I was in high school, so I volunteered to like work the concession stand so I can get in free or whatever. I don't remember how much tickets cost. And like we was getting this shit, unloading it from the trucks and everything, putting in the concession stands, and there's wrestlers in the ring like down there like rehearsing, talking about what they doing on their spots, this, that, and the third. And I remember like me and a couple friends like looked down there, and then they had one of their people be like, "Hey, y'all can't look at none of this shit. Like, y'all can only look forward or look that way. Y'all can't look down here." And I'm just thinking, motherfucker, put a curtain up or something. Or if y'all really need to practice this shit, I know y'all got room backstage somewhere that's about the size of a wrestling ring to say, hey, in this spot do this, this, and this. Like, come on. I will say that I've never been in a concession stand where it's been busy the whole time. Sounds like a Tennessee game. There's barely like no break in there whatsoever. So probably like the last 30 minutes is when people just stopped getting shit. I think we just ran out of food and drinks and shit. Also, you look at going back to Dwayne Johnson. I remember there was this sit-down interview he had with like this kid, and I think his dad. And he told the kid that he eats children, but it was obviously passed off as a joke. So I think the kid asked him like, "How'd you get so big? Or how'd you get so swole and all that?" He was like, "Yeah, I eat children. Straight face. Straight face." But obviously, since it's Dwayne Johnson, you think, hey, acting chops, you know. He's joking. Sarcasm. Which, I mean, you think about his character as The Rock. That nigga is the king of the straight face. The king of the straight face. In every movie I've seen, every show, whether it be Ballers, that nigga's acting skills, that serious look, real good at that shit. Like, he's actually one of the few, what you want to call them, athletes, whatever the hell you want to call it, that translated really well to the big screen. Think it isn't so cool if someone's like spoilers and stuff. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, like, for me, though, it was more like the bigger picture as far as what I was looking at. So I'd like to at least have an idea of where it's possibly going. Like, I wouldn't read the spoilers before a pay-per-view. Like, before WrestleMania, I'm not getting on WrestleScoop reading who gonna win. Like, nah, don't ruin shit. If I miss some matches, I'll read those and get caught up. But don't ruin that shit. Don't tell me if the Undertaker gonna lose to Brock Lesnar or not. Nigga, I want to see it for myself. Shit. Don't tell me Shawn Michaels got to retire, even though somehow he came back after he should have still been retired after that match with Undertaker. Don't tell me that shit. Then Dwayne Johnson, I think his dad passed away not too long ago too. I want to say back in 2020. It was back in 2020. But that was definitely a sacrifice, allegedly. There was that scene in Central Intelligence where him and Kevin Hart were legit kissed. And I'm just thinking, yo, why did y'all put this in this movie? Like, ain't nothing funny about that shit. Ain't nothing funny about that shit. Even if they may seem like an accident, no, nigga, that shit suspect, bro. Suspect as fuck. He put on the dress and tooth fairy. And then you look at the Brahma Bull tattoo he got. That's just the Baphomet head. And he updated the shit too from the little basic one he used to have on his arm. He like got this whole shit. It's like a side view now. It's got like a skull. I forgot. Y'all can't see that shit. It's like it's got a skull and shit up here. And then the horn comes up at the top. That shit, it looks super fucking dark. And then Kevin Owens, he also got the bull tat on his arm too. Let me see what niggas saying. You remember when Cena was hosting the ESPYs a while back, joking about how the NFL in particular, all other sports are scripted just like WWE, and they passed it off as a joke. I totally forgot to even put that on my notes, and that would have been shit. That's all I needed. I might have already said that before, but yeah, that was a joke. In their eyes, they think that's a joke. They funny. They mocking like regular folk and shit like that. Actually, I want to save that clip and show any of my friends, who had the nerve to even fucking argue with me and tell me that sports isn't scripted. I'm gonna save that clip. Now that you brought it up, Sultan, I'm gonna save that motherfucking clip. Keep that shit on me at all times, nigga. Be like Pooh Shiesty, bitch, I got my own fire. I don't need security in the club. Fuck you talking about? Said Rocky Johnson, yep. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of eating shit, doing other dark ass shit you should be doing. Yeah, they worship Baal. That's like BLM. They just Baal, Lucifer, and Moloch. People didn't catch on to that. Granted, I don't expect most people to catch on that shit, to be honest. My favorite wrestler, Randy Orton. Randy Orton. Favorite of all time. The crowd was almost dead silent until he started obviously joking about it to try to get the crowd laughing into the gag. Yeah, granted, most of the crowd that be at the ESPYs be other athletes and actors and actresses that be in the know anyway. Because I've never heard of a regular person going to the ESPYs. Like, I've never heard someone, hey, I got tickets to the ESPYs. Like, I wouldn't even go to that shit. Fuck that. I hate award shows. Kevin also had Shaq arrest him, and Shaq was all on his ass. Like, that shit was funny. Yeah, from Real Husbands in Hollywood. I wonder if that shit's still on Netflix. Cause I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. Cause when I was watching it, I wasn't as knowledgeable as what went on and shit. But I do remember that scene. I was like, yeah, that's not okay. That's not really funny. But yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that show and see if there's other shit I done missed. Like the one where Kevin Hart got drugged by Bobby Shmurda. I remember that when he ate them jelly beans, that nigga off his motherfucking ass. Kevin also, I already read that. They zoomed the camera in on Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson. They both had the same gas face trying to smile it off. They were clearly uncomfortable. Yeah, I remember that. Peyton got one of them looks like he ready to shit, but he holding it in. Like when he smiled, it just looked like he really got his shit, but he don't want to tell nobody. Your favorite all time is Eddie Latino Heat Guerrero. You have 2 t-shirts, 1 hoodie, and 2 posters. Goddamn, you a true fan. R.I.P. to him. R.I.P. Their reactions to what gave it away and led credence to what he was saying. Do I like Seth Rollins? No, I don't fuck with him. I don't care for Seth. Talented in the ring, but like, I don't fuck with him. Mostly, all these niggas and shit now in wrestling, they just seem weird to me. All these niggas weird as fuck. I don't know what it is, but like wrestlers just got weirder. And don't get me wrong, I came up in the time where Boogeyman was a nigga. That nigga was like crawling to the ring. That shit's so weird. You heard some stuff about people saying Randy Orton be doing some suspect ass stuff. What up, Quiz the Kid? I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you think about it, you were literally wrestling with other dudes while you wearing like underwear. Fuck the dumb shit, nigga. You wearing basically tidy whities in the ring with another grown ass man. Like, at least in high school and real wrestling and middle school real wrestling, you have on a singlet and shit. But these niggas basically in tidy whities wrestling each other in the ring. You only like the Architect or Mr. Burn It Down, but not the Monday Night Messiahs. Yeah, that Messiah, that shit going too far with that Messiah shit. Then you got the nerve to wear the all white and everything too. Imagine selling your soul to get your ass beat. Doesn't sound like a good deal. Nope. Or embrace the vision. You like the Fiend? He's iffy. I ain't crazy over the Fiend. Like, initially, I guess the idea, because when I first heard about the Fiend, I saw it was like a DLC for WWE 2K19. I think it was 19 or 20. And I was like, who the fuck is the Fiend? Turned out, I was like, oh, it's Bray Wyatt. I was like, eh. Because he had that other dark-ass character, too, with him and Luke Harper. Or the Wyatts, the Wyatt family, whatever. But yeah, the Fiend is just like, the aesthetics, I guess, is alright. It's just when I saw them vignettes and shit, that ruined it for me. When that nigga's like being like a creepy ass host for a child's TV show on PBS or some shit, and then alluding to the Fiend. It's like, man, alright, man, stop it. Come on. Just commit to the character fully. And then they fucked up by having Bill Goldberg win it over the Fiend, too. They really fucked up on that one. And then they let, who was that nigga? Roman Reigns, who's also related to The Rock. It's Roman Reigns and the Usos. All of them are related to The Rock. And Tamina. Well, she's an Uso. But yeah, they all related to The Rock. But yeah, they let fucking Roman Reigns go against Goldberg at WrestleMania. Like, don't nobody want to see that shit. Goldberg's old ass. Eye for an eye match. Like, what the hell? Yeah. But you like him more when the old Bray Wyatt came back. That was cool as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, when they had the lantern and all that shit, they made more sense. It made more sense to his image. But that Fiend shit, it's like you went too far. And they try to make it seem scary, like his music plays and niggas gotta be worried and scared. Like, nigga, that only works with The Undertaker. Because his shit is the most iconic. You hear that gauntlet. They play Hell's Bells at football games. Like, think about in college football games. Third down, I think Alabama does it. I think at one time Tennessee did it because that third down for what shit was stupid as fuck. But like the Hell's Bells shit, you that gong nigga, the lights fucking cut off. Come back on that nigga there. I remember when I was young, that shit gave me chills, bro. The New Day is weird, especially their intro. Think about that name, The New Day. Think about that phrase. It's a new day. Think about where you are now. Alluding to something. I think they throw up the devil horns too. Twerking and shit. Yeah, I feel like they played a role of like, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not desexualizing, but feminizing black men. I believe that's what their role is. Goldberg winning it was the end for the Fiend. Yeah, I heard the only reason Goldberg won is because they was in Saudi Arabia, and Goldberg's Jewish, and so Goldberg has that, I guess, special privilege, and the king of Saudi, whatever he asks for, he gets. And Vince ain't fucking up that bag, so it's like, Goldberg, you winning. Brock Lesnar went to MMA. Then he came back to wrestling. That's another nigga that can do what he wants too. Brock Lesnar. Only difference is Brock Lesnar really will beat somebody's ass. I remember he was wrestling against what was that nigga? I forgot who he was wrestling against. He punched that nigga, legit punched him in the face for almost fucking up the move. Who was it? I think because he almost hurt. I think he almost hurt Lesnar or something like that. And Lesnar legit popped him right in the face. I cannot remember who he was going against though. It was big ass. It was a big dude too, big nigga. Who the fuck was he going? It was a big ass nigga he was going against too. Shit. If y'all in the chat know, type it down there. Fuck, who was that big ass nigga? I want to say it was Rusev. Maybe it was Rusev. I want to say it's Rusev. But yeah, he popped that nigga in the face, bro. And like the crowd reacted. They heard that shit. They said, pop! Showed the replay, man. That shit got everybody's attention. I bet that nigga got a concussion from that shit. He said, but they killed the Fiend, like, one of the top stars. He had like 3 or 4 streak. Yeah, Vince McMahon don't know how to manage stars for shit. A lot of UFC and MMA people come to WWE wrestling, like Ronda Rousey, CM Punk, Brock, Kid, Shamrock, more. And then you got niggas who leave and go to the real shit, like Jack Swagger. He used his real name because he was a NCAA wrestler. Just like Brock Lesnar was an NCAA wrestler. Kurt Angle, Olympic wrestler. Like, them niggas really knew how to, like, get down. Ronda, obviously, for like 15 seconds. But yeah, CM Punk, good lord. I remember when that nigga went to UFC, he got his ass beat. Like, he ain't have no chance. I know Vince McMahon had to be laughing his ass off when he saw that shit. I think Jack Swagger turned out good, though. I think I saw like one of his fights, he ended up winning that bitch, too. And it's just weird seeing this nigga use his real name going from like pro wrestling, expecting him to like slam a nigga, use the power bomb. What was it? I forgot what his special was. His finisher. But using the power bomb and shit, and it's like, yeah, that shit don't really work the same way in MMA. You got Batista. That's another nigga who's been in movies and shit. And he got the all-seeing eye tatted on his middle of his chest. And there's like some motherfucking videos and artists talking about Batista sold out to the Illuminati. Like, they putting it out there. Which, I mean, if you in a movie franchise like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not surprised. Say you like the Hurricane, think he's funny. You know he's a comedic character. But why is he always like only 4 seconds in the Royal Rumble? It's kind of like Santino Marella. Santino Marella's another comic relief wrestler. R-Truth. R-Truth has been with WWE since the 90s. Like, R-Truth damn near 50. You couldn't tell. Black don't crack. Black don't crack. Like, R-Truth has been there forever. He's like that jester Vince McMahon keeps around. Just so happens to be black, too. Then you gotta think about this. That 24/7 championship is dumb as hell. You got R-Truth wrestling Kyle Busch. You got R-Truth wrestling like, I think it was at Neyland Stadium. Kane and shit was there. Like, come on. That's what you're using R-Truth for? Like, the nigga can actually rap. A lot of people don't notice about R-Truth. That nigga used to open and perform for Tupac back in the 90s. What you say? Kane had a movie too. His shit was called was it Hear No Evil or See No Evil? Was it See No Evil? I think it was See No Evil. I mean, he didn't really have to do much, to be honest. Just be himself. Or be his Kane character. That's basically all he had to do. Roddy Piper. He's only a placeholder. He looks like he's still 21. I wouldn't say he looked 21. I say nigga look like 30. But he stopped. R-Truth got 2 albums? I didn't know that. I knew he dropped like a tape or something recently. One of them songs I actually listened to, it was recommended on my YouTube. I don't watch no wrestling shit on my YouTube like that for this shit to be popping up. But they threw it in there with my other rap shit. I don't know why. But it actually wasn't bad, I ain't gonna lie. Like, nigga rap. That what's up shit corny as fuck, though. I hate that. I fucking hated that shit. Should've just let that nigga for real rap. Then you got Tyler Rex pushing the Transformer agenda in wrestling. They got another one too in NXT. What is that? What's that dude's name? Shit. This wrestler, I cannot remember their name. They look like Lizzo. But it's another Transformer they got in wrestling. Like, they pushing that shit for real. And this wrestler be in the women's bracket too. Titus O'Neil got suspended from WWE just for grabbing Vince McMahon's arm. Probably got suspended because he was black and one excuse. But if it was John Cena or something like that, he didn't suspend him. He wouldn't suspend him. Beat John Cena. What? What was the altercation though with Titus? Was it like some backstage argument type shit, or was it like in the ring, part of like the storyline, or what was it, like fake? Or what? I'm confused. R-Truth. Oh, it was in the ring? Why the fuck would you? That's some bullshit. That is some racist bullshit. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's, I said, was allegedly Rey Mysterio's. That was Rey Mysterio's sacrifice. And then Chris Benoit. Obviously I believe it's a sacrifice. But I believe, A, he didn't really do it. And B, I heard that he was getting closer to God and the Christianity and stuff. They ain't like that. They had to get him up out of here. You said it was at a retirement speech. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. There was one retirement speech. Something went down. No, I'm thinking Bret Hart talking shit to that fan. Or fan talking shit to him or something. Or no, nigga went in the ring. That's right. Nigga ran in the ring while Bret Hart was speaking. Yeah, they wanted... he was already dead in the ring. And they didn't want to say that. Hell no, you can't say shit like that. That's like if a football player died, they don't want to admit that. Because it makes them look bad. Like I already said, Seth Rollins, the Messiah of the God complex. Pure mockery. I already talked about the white tights in the robe. Shawn Michaels did it at WrestleMania 25 with the all white. He came down with the white hat and all that shit, looking all holy as thou and shit like that. Against the Undertaker, you think about the duality. You got Shawn Michaels with the crosses on his pants and shit, all white attire, versus the Undertaker, the dark character with the all black, with the demons on the side of his pants or whatever, his tights or whatever. Good versus evil. He had a heart attack in the ring. I mean, you gotta realize with shit like that, them niggas be on that voodoo shit, allegedly. They on that voodoo shit. Check out the movie They Live, cult classic with Roddy Piper. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, Undertaker, they used to put people on crosses. And then you think about whenever he hits the tombstone and shit, what'd he do? Motherfucking cross that shit. Yeah, light versus shadows. Light versus dark. Then you got a couple years ago, Becky Lynch headlined WrestleMania against Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair. I don't know why this was even. I know why I know the agenda why they pushed it, but it shouldn't have been the match of the night. What up, Bully 3? But yeah, Becky Lynch. She was on the cover of one of the WWE 2K games. She got on her shirt, she says, "The Man." I can let you figure out what agenda they was pushing with Becky Lynch. They do be putting signs and shit in WWE though. For real. You don't like Becky Lynch? Yeah, I'm not crazy over any of them. Any of the new ones, I ain't really crazy over them. Like I said, when I was bigger into it, it was the niggas I was fucking with CM Punk. His mic skills, pause, was A1. Like, you didn't need to give that nigga no script. Just say, hey, tell him how you feel, how you really feel. Like that pipe bomb shit. Papoose ended up using a sample of that rant CM Punk had when he was sitting Indian style on the stage and shit, giving shout outs to AJ Styles, I think Daniel Bryan, everybody like that. Papoose used a part of that for his song called Pipe Bomb that dropped literally like the day after that shit. You like wrestling from 2000 to 2005? Yeah, it was probably the better wrestling. I was bigger into when Cena was being pushed as a superhero. Who else? Randy Orton, like I said. It was like right after Legacy had broken up. It was like right after that. It was like, or when Randy Orton left and said, "Fuck you niggas, I'm doing my own shit," and they had that WrestleMania match. And it's a shame Ted DiBiase Jr. wasn't even that great in the ring. Like, how your dad, the $1 Million Man, and you I don't call you a scrub, but like, shit, come on, bro. At least Cody Rhodes is good. He just got misutilized in WWE. They fucked up big time when they left from that dashing Cody Rhodes thing. When he was worried about, oh, my face, all that shit. They should have kept that. That was a good heel. But damn, they fucked up when they did that dumbass Stardust shit. That was stupid. That's so stupid. Seeing the storyline of Stone Cold and Undertaker where Stone Cold unconscious and Undertaker had a dagger. I feel like I heard about it. I don't remember it completely to his heart. Yeah, they got away with some dark ass shit back in the day. You know what's funny is they had the $1 Million Man, then they had Ric Flair, but Ric Flair was the one who talked more shit, like he was the richer dude. I always thought that was funny. Like this creepy laugh. Who else? Shawn Michaels. John Cena rocked the New World Order shirt while throwing up the devil horns. Actually, he followed the same trajectory career-wise as Dwayne Johnson. You see John Cena in commercials left and right now, stepping his foot in Hollywood. Well, he been in Hollywood before, but like really getting bigger roles and not just little cheesy, corny shit. Like you saw him in what that movie? The one with Will Ferrell. It's not. I almost said Step Brothers. Fuck, what is it? Say him and Mark Wahlberg. Granted, they got a lot of movies together. But it was, what is it, Stepfathers or some shit? I think it's called Stepdads or something. Or Daddy's Home. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it got Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. And Mark Wahlberg's viewed as the badass. Will Ferrell's the goofy nigga. And in this one, John Cena's the badass. Or the bigger badass compared to Mark Wahlberg. And then you think about the other guys. Guess who was in that? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. You like the hacker storyline, but they ended it so quickly. They fuck up good storylines in wrestling. And let dumb ones keep going on. After Cena, what about Undertaker, Kane, and Shawn Michaels and Triple H? Wait, what about him? I'm confused. Oh yeah, Dwayne Wade Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Johnson. I talked about that. Him eating children. He said that shit with a straight face. Like I said, The Rock got the straightest face out of anybody as far as like conviction when they say shit. I say Dwayne Johnson because he got the jawline and he did that nostril flare shit. Like, you know when niggas get mad, they nostrils be flaring and shit. You know, hey, this nigga ain't playing around. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson do that shit better than anybody. Only other nigga who got a meaner, serious face is probably Randy Orton. Because he flexed that little, what's that shit called? I guess your jaw muscle. He flexed that shit when he mad. Then he got the little vein in his forehead and shit. It's like, yeah. This nigga pissed. He might kill somebody. Oh, did I know that Otis still has his contract? Because he said he gave Miz his briefcase. Who the fuck is Otis? Hold on. I don't know who Otis is. Unless I'm missing something. Still has his briefcase because he said he gave Miz his briefcase. But he still has the contract, so Miz's win isn't really real. What? I'm confused. I don't know who Otis is unless I'm missing something. But they forgot it. That's because The Rock is trying to smell what The Rock is cooking. God, that's funny. That fat guy. That's why he always asks everyone else if they can spell what he's cooking because he himself can't. You know, when I was a kid, every time if he said that shit, I always thought it was bacon. I always thought it's bacon. It's got to be bacon. Because you can smell bacon from a mile away. And you going to go over there. Because it's bacon. I don't know anybody that hates bacon. If you hate bacon, you get the fuck up out of this chat. I'm joking. So, I'm still trying. I don't remember no nigga named Otis. Fat nigga that was named Otis. Oh, was he black? He had to be black. His name Otis. I must have missed that shit. I don't know no nigga named Otis. Otis is a wrestler. Oh, a new wrestler. That's why. I remember when Snoop Dogg's bodyguard was wrestling. Oh, what that nigga name? What the fuck is his name? Brodus. Which is funny because Snoop Dogg's last name is Brodus. I don't know if they related. But like Snoop Dogg's legit bodyguard used to be a wrestler. Mandy Rose. Now I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie, I'm confused. Yeah, bacon does smell good. Bacon smells, oh my God, love me some bacon. Bacon and French toast, nigga? Whew, shit. Whole nother ball game. And Ziggler stealing this girl. I don't think I remember that. I remember when Dolph Ziggler was with Vicky Guerrero. I remember that shit. Like Vicky, I couldn't stand Vicky Guerrero's ass. God damn. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I could not stand Vicky Guerrero's ass. She was the worst. She's like a Karen. She's literally a Karen. They just let that bitch in the WWE. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Yeah, kids. Oh, that's funny. He's white. Caramelized bacon. Shit. Man, I ain't eating, bro. Got me hungry and shit over here. Nigga name Otis. Alright, I'm finna check that link out right now. Shit. But yeah, caramelized bacon is the shit. Is the goddamn shit. Sacrifice bacon. He don't eat no more bacon. Oh, shit. That bacon got adrenochrome in that bitch. That's why that nigga got swollen and shit. Alright, let me see what we got. Mandy loves Otis. Let me see something. Mandy loves Otis. Oh yeah, if I ain't said it, make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't done that. I done went an hour and 16 minutes not saying that shit. I'm amazed I done done that. Damn it, usually Shaka reminds me to do this shit. Usually reminds me to do that shit. Otis. Okay, I know he was not in the video game. I do know this nigga was not in the video game. I feel like that's one of them like jobber ass niggas. Oh, that bitch swole as fuck. Oh, 2020. Well, no wonder. That's why it's 2020. Bro, that bitch got man muscles, though. Like, for real. And he won Money in the Bank. That's some white dude named Otis won Money in the Bank. Man, shit. Made me fuck around and say some shit I shouldn't say on here. Saying that wasn't cool. Yeah, I don't even know what pay-per-views they even have anymore, to be honest with you. He lost against The Miz to give him his briefcase. Who won? Because they had Edge's old ass win Royal Rumble. That's honestly WWE's biggest problem. They let too many like old ass, has-been ass wrestlers win shit. It's like, bro, like you got Bill Goldberg winning shit in 2020. You got I just said Edge. Then I remember when I was deep watching that shit. Edge retired. That nigga got a tearful ass speech and everything. Ended up talking about his spine. Somehow he came back, and he was like, if I hit it one nerve one time, I could be paralyzed. Well, bitch, why the fuck did you come back? Who else? I ain't gonna say shit about the Rock because I mean it's the Rock. That was actually one of the few John Cena storylines that was actually good. Because even before that shit even was talked about, I was like, it'd be kind of cool to see Dwayne Johnson go against John Cena. And then it happened. And then it happened again. And I think it happened again after that. And I was like, all right, man. Y'all should have quit when y'all was ahead. Said technically The Miz never won. The Miz won because he's awesome. Nah, I'm kidding. That's another nigga he be in movies and shit too. Or he be on TV a lot, The Miz. Kind of name is The Rock's kind of stupid. I think it was based off his dad's name, Rocky Johnson. So just cut it short, The Rock. There's a lot of dumbass wrestling names, to be honest. Let me see who got some dumbass wrestling names. Let's see. That's not gimmicky. Or shit, that is. I guess that is gimmicky. Stardust. That's a stupid ass name. Honestly, that shit sound fruity as hell. Gold Dust. It's kind of a stupid ass name. Let's see. Because there's a lot of cool ones too. You got, because the cool ones like MVP. What's his name? Montel. What was this shit called? I'm going to say Montel Vontavious Porter. It was like the blackest shit you could think of. That nigga had a cool ass interest though. Bobby Lashley. That's a badass name. That sounds like a nigga who can kill some people. Then you got the born John Morrison. Just sound like a regular nigga. That was another one of my favorite wrestlers too, John Morrison. He did that Starship Pain shit, bro. Edge, like why? I guess Don't Push Me Close to the Edge. Batista's a badass name too. this man say? Caught between the rock and a hard place. I don't want to be caught between that rock, man. Shit. Hell no. And it's funny, The Rock, he was on steroids in wrestling, and then he was on them after wrestling, and he looked swollen after wrestling. Ain't that some shit? I remember I saw his diet on Google, like what he eats and shit. In a day, this nigga ate like, I forgot how many eggs. It was like more than a dozen eggs in a day. Like multiple codfish. It was literally like every type of meat you could think of was on this list. In a day, it was like a bowl of salad, but a bowl ain't like a regular size bowl. It's like them big ass like a big strainer type bowl. Like when it was like that size. So it was like, god damn. Like this nigga bulk eats every day. Forgot how many calories it was. It was fucking stupid. You have like these Latino Heat merch, but you still have an Edge and a HIC t-shirt. That may have been him contributing to that name. Batista's mom is the funniest name for a move. Nah, the FU. Fuck the attitude judgment nigga, the FU. Because it's so blatant now. I'm mad they changed that shit. You like the song You Coming. See, Headbanger's another stupid name. Who else has some dumbass names? I was gonna say Coco Beware, but I actually kind of like that name. It's got like a little cool ring to it, kind of like World Be Free. How does he keep his cholesterol down from all those damn eggs? I'm not gonna finish. I was gonna say some shit I probably shouldn't say. That's a good question though. I guess he ain't fully black. That's probably why his cholesterol ain't so damn high. You gotta go to the Thunderdome. Alright, man, do what you gotta do, Sky. If you eat a bunch of egg yolks, you thought it raised your cholesterol. That's what you heard anyway. I mean, like I said, I know they didn't list everything he ate, if you catch what I'm saying. So, I mean, you know. Santino has the has the worst finisher. Yeah, that shit dumb as hell. That snake shit, goddamn, that shit was stupid. And then niggas act like they really got bit by a snake. Oh no, I got bit by a snake. Like, bro, like, nigga, he just hit you with 4 fingers. Calm down. If he hit you right here in the throat, that would have made more sense you react like that. Come on. Alright, for sure, Shaka. Yeah, for sure. Shoot me a PayPal. You can just DM me if you, what am I trying to say? If you forgot what it was, you can just DM me. Honky Tonk Man is the worst wrestler name. You might be on to something with that one. Boogeyman's pretty bad too. Boogeyman up there. But yeah, Honky Tonk Man, it's like, bruh, you just really poking fun at the South on that one. Alright, I'm finna do these shout outs. Get up out of here, give me some food, because I got a headache. Woo, y'all niggas went ham today. Good lord. Alright. Shout out Virgin, Soul 10, Chocolate S, Gustavo Torres, AM7 GTB, Jason Mole, John C. Louisville, Diddy's Daily's Picks, Alexandria Evans, first and last name, King Kane, Jonathan Harris, Sky with a Z, Dallas Hoops 41, Quiz the Kid. I said Jonathan Harris. Should be everybody. Bully 3 shooting threes from deep. Yeah, that should be everybody. Alright, you got my paper? Alright, that's what's up. I appreciate it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you know whenever I go live, because I don't know when I'm going live again this week. But it's going to be multiple videos this week, so stay tuned for that. Follow me on Instagram at L0B0_SnapGod. The O is a 0. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I feel you on that, Bully 3. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. We are out.